Imagine living in constant fear of a disaster that never comes. 8 times in the past 4 years, the alarms at the Tolt Dam have signaled an imminent catastrophe. This has been the reality for the residents of the city of Carnation, located downstream from the Tolt Dam. Each alarm triggers an evacuation, a rush to safety from a disaster that so far has never arrived. It's a cycle of fear and relief, and it's taking a toll on the community. The Tolt Dam and the reservoir it creates are owned and operated by the city of Seattle. The dam's purpose is to hold back the water of the Tolt River. However, the dam's aging alarm system has been causing undue panic in the city of Carnation. With each false alarm, the residents are urged to evacuate, warned of a failure at the dam that could result in catastrophic damage. Yet each time, the danger has proven to be non-existent. The City of Seattle Public Utilities, or SPU, recently finished updating the alarm system at the Tolt Dam. It was a move that was supposed to bring peace of mind to the residents of Carnation. It was supposed to put an end to the false alarms, but on March 27th, yet another false alarm sounded. The updated system had failed to prevent the very issue it was meant to fix. The community's frustration is palpable. They don't benefit from the dam or the reservoir, yet they live in its shadow, bearing the brunt of its malfunctioning alarm system. The fear and stress caused by the repeated false alarms are affecting people's lives, their health, and their sense of security. With each false alarm, tension mounts, and the anxiety experienced by the residents of Carnation increases. It's a situation that's becoming increasingly untenable. The question now is, what can be done to resolve this issue? That's what we'll explore in the next segment. Frustration has reached a boiling point, prompting a proposed solution from State Senator Brad Hawkins. The recurring false alarms from the Tolt Dam have pushed the senator to the brink. In an attempt to alleviate the stress and anxiety experienced by the residents of Carnation, he has presented an innovative solution that involves Seattle Public Utilities, or SPU, the owner and operator of the Tolt Dam. Here's the crux of the proposal. For every future false alarm, SPU would be required to pay a hefty fine of $1 million. A substantial amount, you might think, but let's delve deeper into where this money would be allocated. A significant portion of the fine would go towards programs specifically designed to treat post-traumatic stress disorder. Given the alarming frequency of false alarms and the subsequent emotional distress, it's no surprise that PTSD is a growing concern among the residents. These funds aim to provide residents with the necessary mental health support to cope with the stress and trauma caused by the false alarms. But the allocation of funds doesn't stop there. The proposal also includes plans to use the fine for tangible improvements within the city. Road enhancements, for instance, would not only improve everyday life, but also facilitate smoother evacuations in the event of a real emergency. Additionally, the funds would also go towards bolstering emergency evacuation preparations. Given the potential catastrophe that could occur if the dam were to fail, these preparations are crucial for the safety of Carnation's residents. And lastly, a portion of the fine would be invested back into the community through various activities. These initiatives aim to foster community spirit and resilience, which are essential in times of crisis. In essence, Senator Hawkins's proposal is a comprehensive plan that addresses the emotional, infrastructural, and community needs of Carnation. If the bill passes, it could provide some relief for the residents of Carnation and hold SPU accountable for the false alarms. The impact of these false alarms extends beyond mere inconvenience. It's like a constant, lurking shadow over the city of Carnation, a specter of danger that never materializes but leaves a trail of stress and fear. Imagine the elderly, already fragile and vulnerable, stepping out into their front yards, their hearts pounding with the anticipation of a cataclysm that never arrives. Picture them expecting a wall of debris to come down, believing they might not survive because they couldn't evacuate. This is not just about a faulty alarm system. This is about human lives teetering on the brink of a disaster that never comes. And it's not just the elderly. There are those among the residents who are grappling with post-traumatic stress disorder, their minds a battlefield of past traumas. Each false alarm is like a gunshot ripping through the silence, triggering panic and anxiety. It's a cruel irony, isn't it? An alarm system designed to protect people is causing such distress. But the repercussions of these false alarms don't stop there. They're planting seeds of doubt, sowing the dangerous notion that the threat might not be real, even when it is. It's the timeless tale of the boy who cried wolf, playing out in real life. With each false alarm, the cries of impending doom grow less convincing, less urgent. What happens when the wolf finally does come? What happens when the dam fails and the alarms sound, this time signaling a real threat? Will the residents, weary and skeptical from years of false alarms, brush it off as another glitch? Will they pack their bags and flee, or will they stay put, convinced it's yet another false alarm? This is the aftermath of the Tolt Dam's false alarms, a community living in fear, grappling with stress, and growing steadily more skeptical. If the dam were to fail, the city of Carnation could be inundated. The question is, will residents heed the warning or ignore it due to alarm fatigue? The future remains uncertain for the residents of Carnation. If State Senator Brad Hawkins' bill passes in the next legislative session, it could herald a new era of accountability for the Seattle Public Utilities. This legislation could not only provide a hefty financial deterrent to future false alarms, but also funnel much-needed funds into the city of Carnation. These funds could facilitate a myriad of improvements, such as enhancing road infrastructure, bolstering emergency evacuation preparations, fostering community activities, and offering indispensable mental health counseling. This last point is especially pertinent given the rising concerns over the traumatic impact of these false alarms on the populace. But beyond these tangible benefits, the passage of this bill could mark a significant shift in the narrative, one that prioritizes the welfare of the residents over bureaucratic complacence. As the residents of Carnation continue to live in fear of the next alarm, one thing is clear: something must change to restore their peace of mind.